I always believed I had everything under control. My marriage, my home, my life. But over time, the weight of keeping everything perfect began to crack me open. Something had shifted, not only in him, but in me as well. The routine felt suffocating, and the spark that once kept us alive had faded into stiff conversations and long silences. Then came someone new, my boss. He was charming, quick with compliments, noticing me in ways my husband hadn't in years. At first, I pretended it was harmless, just playful words, nothing more. But deep down, I knew I was lying to myself. The way he looked at me made me feel visible again. When he asked me to dinner, I told myself it was innocent. One dinner turned into several, and soon the lines blurred. It wasn't only about stolen kisses or hidden messages. It was a connection I built with him, one I didn't realize I was starving for. The guilt, though, followed me everywhere. Each time I walked to the front door, my husband's quiet efforts to reach me felt like knives. Still, I kept convincing myself that no one would ever find out. But the truth always finds a way. One evening, I was on my phone when I felt his presence at the doorway. His expression wasn't anger. It was worse. Calm, steady, but with doubt simmering in his eyes. He asked about the messages, and then the question I dreaded most, why I knew my boss's address. My stomach dropped. My heart pounded. I tried to lie to deflect, but nothing came out. Finally, in a whisper, I admitted what I never wanted to say. I saw the pain tear through him. He wasn't furious. He was broken. From his eyes, I knew everything had changed. He had suspected, but hearing the truth destroyed whatever was left. The trust we had built was gone, and so was the woman he thought I was. He turned away, and in that moment, I realized I had lost him forever. His perspective was different. The confession shattered him, but also awakened something darker inside. Anger, yes, but more than that, a hunger for justice, for revenge. He wouldn't allow us to walk away untouched. That night, he left the house without another word, but I could feel the storm inside him. He drove aimlessly until his anger found direction. My boss. When the door opened, the arrogance of my boss's face only fueled him further. He laid out the proof, the text messages, the undeniable evidence of betrayal. My boss tried to dismiss it, but his excuses fell flat. My husband's voice was steady, filled with contempt. He swore that everything my boss had built, his career, his reputation, would collapse because of this. And then he left, leaving the man who thought he was untouchable pale with fear. The next day, he followed through. He went straight to the company's leaders, HR, anyone with the power to act. He gathered witnesses, spread the truth, and ensured my boss's downfall. But he didn't stop there. He used his contacts, pulled strings, and watched as my boss's once thriving reputation crumbled. Deals dissolved. Emails were scrutinized. His name became poison in the industry. And then he turned back to me. He showed me the wreckage, the consequences of what I had done. My tears, my apologies meant nothing. He asked if I really believed I could destroy our marriage and escape the cost. I had no answer. He was already gone, not physically at first, but in every way that mattered. Eventually, he left for good. There was no rebuilding, no second chances. Months passed, and he rebuilt himself from the ashes. My boss's career was over, his reputation erased. I was left behind, facing the ruins of my choices. My husband, though, had become something new, stronger, sharper, unbreakable. What fueled him wasn't just vengeance. It was reclaiming the control we had taken from him. And when he rose again, he wasn't the same man who had once trusted us. He was someone who had learned that betrayal can either destroy you or shape you into something unstoppable. If you've ever been betrayed, you know that helpless rage. But he proved something. You don't have to stay the victim. Use the pain. Rise from it. Make them remember what they did. In the end, true victory isn't just revenge. It's the strength of never letting them break you.